Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I have this makeup look, which is what I call my last minute gig makeup. The good thing about this eye look is that it's very versatile, so you can use this to go clubbing, if you have a special event, if you have a date night. It isn't just stage makeup, it's more of a glam look, so you can use this eye makeup for anything that you want to go out for. The makeup I tend to do for stage is something that I would do to go out to a special event or photography, so it's not like super theatrical, but in a way it still works for stage because it is very dramatic. So this is what I do when I have a last minute gig. Somebody called me the day of and I only have maybe like 4 hours to prep, including music, gig bag, costume, and the last thing I want to be worrying about is my makeup. So this is what I do if I want a warm eye to go with any costumes that have gold detailing. And if I have a costume that has more silvers or grays, I have another go-to eye look which is on the cooler side. So this is super versatile as well. It depends on what dress you're wearing. You know, you can wear this with many different looks. It's pretty neutral, but just on the warm side. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll list everything down below and I'll stop talking so we can get straight into the video. We're going to start by priming our lid. Today I'm using the Anti-Aging Primer Potion from Urban Decay. This was a sample that I just squeezed into this little container, and all I'm going to do is smooth this over my lid all the way up to my brow bone. But I do want to apply a nude base so that my eyeshadows really pop and it will cancel out any of the veins in my eyes. So I'm going to use this Jordana 12-hour shadow pencil and Continuously Almond and just rub this all over my eye. And then to set that into place, I'm going to pick up a vanilla shadow. It doesn't matter which one it is, but this is just going to help me blend out any shades so that the base is not too sticky for me. So we're going to start with the transition shade, which I'm going to mix Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek with the same vanilla shade that I used earlier. And I'm going to take that on a really big fluffy brush and just slowly build this up into my crease. I like to go a little bit further up. This doesn't have to be perfect, so don't worry about it. This is just going to be peeking through the top portion of the eye look, and this is going to also help blend all of the shades together. And I'm just slightly sweeping this out in a V shape. Then I'm going to go in with Cocoa Bear, which is a really warm brown shade, and I'm taking this on a blending brush from e.l.f. This is my favorite brush to apply shadow on the outer corner, and I'm just going to slowly build that up and then switch over to a MAC 217 brush and just blend everything to make it really smooth and seamless. You are going to have to build this up in layers until you get it to the intensity that you're looking for. Next I went in with Mocha from Makeup Geek and a clean blending brush from e.l.f. and I just popped this right on top of where we had applied Cocoa Bear, and all this is really going to do is add some depth to the eyes. I just kind of like to go back and forth. I apply some and then blend, and then I look at myself from far away, and if I need to apply more then I just go ahead and do that. But don't go too far in with the chocolate brown shade. You really want to concentrate it mainly on the outer corner of your eye. And then I took a flat shader brush and wet it with some MAC Fix Plus. You can also use eye drops. And then I dipped it into Half Baked from the original Naked palette. Any kind of gold shimmery shadow will work. And all I'm going to do is just apply this to the inner portion of my eye, making sure that I don't go too far up into the crease. And then I'm just going to kind of pat it and blend it into place so that it's nice and smooth. And then I went back to my original fluffy brush and just blended all the edges together. So to continue building up some dimension into the eyes, I took Smog from the same palette, and then I just flipped the same brush around and used the back side of it and applied this to the outer portion of the eye. This was mainly towards the middle of the eye, and I just went back and forth between Smog and Half Baked until it was nice and smooth and blended. And of course, finally, I just took the same little fluffy brush that we've been using throughout and blended all of the edges together. For my liner, I wanted something that was really intense and velvety matte, so I'm going to be using this one from Loreal in the color Blackest Black. This is a really intense gel liner, and I'm just going to do my wing liner like I normally would, but I'm going to go a little bit farther up and extend my wing and just give me a bolder finish so that I have a nice base for my lashes. And for today's look, I went with these from Kiss in the style Flirty, which are a little fuller than I normally wear, but they looked really nice in the end. They weren't too intense, but they just finished the eye off, and I just used my dual lash glue to apply these and then just pinch them into place. Now we're going to move on to the skin. So I'm going to start by priming with my Pixie Flawless Beauty Primer. This is an illuminating primer and it gives you a nice glow without looking too dewy. So just a little goes a long way. And then to cover up any pores in the center of my face, I'm going to apply my Benefit Porefessional. I really love this. I need to go buy the full size because it's an awesome product. So all you have to do is just press this into your pores. And I'm also going to take this concealer from Benefit in shade 01. And what I'm going to do with this is clean up any wobbly lines that I might have from my gel liner or from my shadow. And I'm just using a concealer brush to help give me a really straight edge. Today I'm also using the same foundation I always wear for performances. It's the Double Wear from Estee Lauder, but I'm using one that's half a shade darker than the normal one I wear. All this does, it gives me a little more color to my skin so that I don't look so pale in pictures. And I'm kind of speeding through the process of this because I apply my foundation the same way all the time, just with my beauty sponge. And then for highlighting, I'm going to use my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. And I'm going to apply this on the areas of my face that I want to bring forward. I do have an in-depth tutorial on how I highlight and contour, which I will link down below in case you want to check it out. And then all I do is use the same beauty sponge and blend everything into place. For setting powder, I'm going to be mixing two. This is Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in Transparent. And then I'm going to be applying this one from Wet n Wild in Reserve Your Cabana, which is too light to be a bronzer if you ask me. And I just mix those together with this little brush from e.l.f. And I'm going to use this to set my entire face. I only do this when I perform because it is a little bit too sparkly and shiny, but it looks really nice in pictures. But I don't recommend this for daytime. This is definitely like a special occasion kind of makeup. And to contour, I'm going to be using Nars Laguna bronzer. This is a really small one. It's really cute. It's brand new. It was the first time I used it, and I really did like it. And I'm just going to be using this brush from e.l.f. and brushing this on my cheekbones and also along my jawline. If you want to see, again, more in depth on how I contour, I'll have that video down below. The only difference is today I'm only using powder products. So this is just going to help chisel out your cheekbones and give you more shape. And I also did a little bit of contouring on my nose. And another step that I never miss when I'm performing is applying bronzer with a really big brush. This one is from Sephora, and I'm just going in really huge circles all over my cheekbones, along my temples, on my forehead, and this is just going to add some color and some warmth to my skin. I don't know what it is about applying bronzer, but it just kind of helps your skin look really healthy and glowy. And to add a little bit of color to the skin, I'm using a blush from CoverGirl, and I couldn't find the close-up clip that I took of this. I don't know what happened to it. I guess maybe I deleted it by accident. But this is from CoverGirl. It's just a really mauvey rose shade. And then I'm going to go in with the Mary Luminizer from The Balm because, of course, we have to look like a disco ball all the time. I never skip this step. It doesn't matter if it's daytime or performance. And then we're going to go back to the eye. So we're going to go in with Cocoa Bear and apply this on the lower lash line and really buff it in. You don't want it to be harsh at all. You want it to be really smoky. Then we're going to go in with Mocha and a small pencil brush, and we're going to concentrate this only on the outer corner of the eye to connect the dark liner from the top to the bottom lash line. I also went back to my gel liner from Loreal and applied this to the top lash line, or the tight line, I believe that's what you call it. And all this is going to do is give your eyes a finished look and make your lashes look a lot fuller. And then I'm also going to clean up my lower lash line with a Q-tip to prepare it for the liner that I'm going to put in there. And I'm going to be using this gold one from Rimmel, and I'm just going to place this on the inner portion of my lower lash line. To highlight the inner corners of the eye, you can use the same highlighting powder that you used. I just used the Mary Luminizer from The Balm on a pencil brush and just applied that to the inner corners of my eyes. And for the lip color, we're going to talk a little bit about what you could do. So today I'm going with a bright fuchsia pink. So I'm using this pencil from Rimmel. You can by all means go with a nude if it's for clubbing or to go to a party. But if it's for stage, you want to go with something really intense like a bright pink, a red, a dusty rose, or a mauve shade. You don't want to go with nudes. You're going to look really pale in pictures and in person. It just doesn't translate well for performance. And then all I did at the end was just apply a tiny bit of gloss to the center of my lips to add a little pop and glow. And that's pretty much it. You're just going to let your hair down and style it however you want. And of course, I'm going to switch into my costume magically just like this. And I have my cover up onto cover up and my costume on underneath. And all that's left to do is put on our accessories because let's face it, we love to accessorize and look sparkly. And I have yet to meet a belly dancer who does not like glitter or rhinestones or anything sparkly. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. I'll make sure to list everything down below in the order that I used it in today's video. So thank you all so much for watching. Please subscribe and I will see you really soon. Bye!